Greetings, Minecrafters, Nonsanity here, and welcome to episode 7 of my DeVinci Let's Play series here on the DeVinci server. As you can see, we've got a nice little graphic display sign here behind me. In this episode, I'm going to be doing some EssentialCraft. I think I understand enough to go, so let's get started. And you can see right here, we've got a flashy sign thanks to MCICraft. These are called color LED displays, R64 color LED displays. And they can be any of the 16 Minecraft colors, and they're controlled by some of this redstone stuff down here. And basically each row can be described, all the colors of one row can be described as a 64-bit number, where each square takes up 4 bits to describe its color. And arranged in this 16 by 16 block, this bottom right corner one here can control all of them if it's attached to one of these frame buffers. So you can see here's the sticky out tongue face, here's the regular smiley face, and the one in the middle is the DeVinci words. So you can basically draw in here using the left and right mouse buttons, which you can set in these colors. And when you changed it, hit update before you leave, otherwise you lose your changes. And you use one of these MCI location devices. You right click that bottom right corner one there, and then with it in your inventory you'll see that LED block right here, and you can click link, and then it'll link each of these devices to that. Just do each one of them. I've just got a loop of redstone here with these redstone delayers so that it cycles between giving power to each one of these. And that animates the sign, so that's sort of cool. But like I said, we're going to do some EssentialCraft. Brink is on the server. Unfortunately, you won't be able to hear Brink because computer audio wasn't recorded in this episode for some reason. There was a number of problems with this episode and even more with the next episode, but hopefully we'll get by. And we didn't have a serious conversation at any point, so you shouldn't have any strange gaps and one-sided conversations this episode. Yeah, there he is. He's on TeamSpeak too. Oh, I got a bat. Never mind. This is the room we're going to be doing our EssentialCraft in. But let me show you some changes I made to the mob spawner, because that's what it's next to. This side's the same. Blaze's side is the same. Except I made more caches for the sulfur and heartstones, because this chest was actually almost completely full of those things. All 5 pages. On this side, I've added another one of these magnetic mob manipulators down there on the side, so that if I put villagers in here and turn it on, turn this one off, turn this one on, and break that bit of block there, the villagers are now going to come and fall down this hole into the smeltery, which has a tiny bit of molten iron, just 8 millibuckets. Once they fall down here, that 8 millibuckets of iron is going to start hurting them, and every time they get hurt, they create a little bit of liquid emerald, which you can see appearing here. That gets pumped out into this basin to make emerald blocks, and underneath it will suck it out with an item conduit into my input chest. So my AE system is slowly filling up with emerald blocks. Now, if you've ever made one of these, you'll know that normally the new liquids appear on top of only old liquids. But as you watch this running, the emerald is appearing at the bottom so it can get pumped out. That's because this iron is constantly cycling. Whenever it's on the bottom, I've got this fluid extractor pipe here that's set to only iron. It pulls it out, puts it into this tank, and then pumps it back in to the smeltery on top of whatever's in there. So it's constantly being put back on top so the emerald can freely flow into the basin. And I should have turned that off again real fast because got way too many villagers now. I'll let them, it's off, but I'll let the few that are there slowly get pulled down to their deaths. Because I needed a lot of emeralds for the EssentialCraft stuff. And this is the room we're going to put it in. I've got this room here with some of the Atum limestone and some Mysterium stone floor. What's this roof? Iron mine stone, yeah. So I got stuff from all different ages in here. A big 6x6x6 hole. And this room, this is a new mob spawner that I've created. I had to kill so many Endermen to make this, because this was originally a blaze spawner. To make it an Enderman, you have to kill Endermen to get Enderman soul. They're not shards. What are they? Soul aspects? That comes from the Practicalities mod. And every 250 or so kills gets you one of these soul aspects. And you need 8 of them to change a spawner to be something else. So I needed 8 Enderman aspects to change this. So it's like 2,000 Endermen or so. But not only that, I wanted to give it the speed and horde upgrades. Speed makes the spawner produce faster, and the horde makes it produce more and allows it to have more in the area and still run. That took another 8 each, so I killed a lot of Endermen. That, and put it on top of a bit of soul sand, cursed earth, so it should run when I'm not around, and this will make a very nice mob spawner just for Endermen. All these lights are hooked up via conduit like there, you can see, running to this lever over here. So I can flip this lever, the lights go off, and the Endermen start to spawn. But there's nothing in here to kill them, even though I've got this vacuum chest, a cache, a chest, and a trash can to collect the drops. So what's going to kill them? Well, we're going to get to that in a moment. But let's start setting up some of our EssentialCraft materials here. Now, if you remember from above, I had these 3 devices. I had the radiating chamber, matrix destructor, and a magician's table. And the way those work is you take an emerald block, drop a regular emerald on it, and you get this soul stone. You right click it, and it comes bound to you. Toss it in here. Alright. Right click it. There we go. And it's showing I've got 7 million MB UBMRU. Oh man, I hate these acronyms. I just call this mana. This is mana. I've got 7 million mana in here. And it's neutral because it's a matrix, so that's my personal power, and I've gotten it from killing lots and lots of mobs. And now to get it into the machines, we need some of these bound crystals. And these are pre-bounds. Let me clear them by shift right-clicking. You right-click them on the source, and then you can put them in the machines, and the machines will then power up using the mana produced from this. So it's taking my mana. For every 10 of my mana, it's creating 1. And it's not coming up here because it's all being transmitted over there. And if you want to see it in action, you get either the monocle or this wand, and you can see there it is, traveling into the 2 machines from the one in the middle. Nice effect. But this is very slow. You can see how slowly this is filling up, and this one hasn't even started yet. So we need more mana production and someplace to put it. So we're going to build a structure here using mithrylene plating. This stuff is 4 mithrylene plates, which are made from taking mithrylene ingots and one of those magic fortified plates, which is very simple, just fortified stone, which is stone and iron. Alright, you get 4 of those. The rest of these is just mithrylene around magical ingots, which is an ingot in the magician's table. So it's basic materials just processed a good bit. Now I'm making 6x6. From what I've read, you can make this up to 256 by 256 by 256. Pretty ridiculous. So I'm starting off very small at just 6x6 here. And even this is going to have to be changed as well, because it's not going to hold that much. The size is what I'm not entirely sure why you want it a particular size. I guess it's just so you can put more blocks on the walls. Supposedly these plating, the better the plating you use, the less corruption it causes outside. Oh, there's the rest. So I'm using slightly more expensive plating. I've got the materials. Let's do it right. I'm going to need this. I'm going to need these 4. No, these 3. These 3. I'll seal it up there. Now there's one thing this needs. It's the acceptor. The acceptor I'm going to put there. The controller I'm going to put there. And the ejector I'm going to put there. And once the front is filled with glass, it'll be complete. But it needs something inside. Right now it's empty. But I went to the mining age with the safari net. So I'm going to come in here. And actually, I'm going to raise this up a little bit. That should be good. I'm going to take the net and bang. You hear it? There it is. I stole this from the mining age. I think it's the same one I was moving before at the end of the last episode. So if I look at this, it says it holds 60,000 MRU, and it's currently empty. And it has a balance of 1.3. That's because of the node, I think. I think the node itself has a 1.3 balance. And that's an okay number. I can work with that. There may be reason to have multiple of these with different nodes with different ratings. But for now, we'll just go with that one. Now, I put the acceptor over here. That is where it's going to take in power, right there. So we need something to go in our spawner and generate power for us. So for that, I need this thing, the Ender generator. Toss that back, grab one of these. So I'm going to stick that right there. And this is an unbound soul gem. Oh, I think there's a top block here, and you don't want to use that. You want to actually hit the body of it right there on the side, because it sticks up a bit, and that's a separate block, I think. I'm going to toss that in there. It says no MRU in tile. So it's looking at this saying there's no MRU in here, and sure enough, it says 0 of 10,000. So let's turn on the spawner for a moment. Ah, look at that. All the Endermen that appeared were sucked on top of this device, and they're taking damage. Whoa. One of them actually got me somehow. So if we can look at the machine, look, it's completely full now, 10,000. And let's go look at this, 60,000. It's completely full, just from one flip of the lever. Not too shabby. And our thing is still on the inside there. Alright. This is almost done. But I think it is, well, almost done, because we need it. Now we're going to take these out. We're not going to use my MRU anymore. I clear those. Bang them on this guy, which is the output from the reactor. And look at that, it's instantly full, and that was already full. So now it is providing the power. It's still at 60,000, but I bet you this one it's going to have less than 10,000. Yep, 7,679. Okay, so it went down a little bit. So there we go. We've got a new power system online for the MRU stuff. And I don't need this thing anymore, but I'll leave it there because who knows, I may need it later. Maybe to kickstart something if this goes down for some reason. The other thing I was experimenting with are these. We have a crystal former. So let's stick this, oh, here's fine. We have a crystal controller, I'll put that there, and a crystal extractor, I'll put that there. I think to progress farther, I'm going to need essences. And you get those from crystals, and I've already made a few, and I harvested them, and when you do that, they revert back to their small, tiny size, it seems, because when I put them down, you can't see anything. I can see the outline of the box, and I can stand on it, but there's nothing visible. So let me put down a few of these here. There we go. Actually, let me move this one. No, I guess we'll leave it there. Actually, I want to test something. I'm going to move this one over here. Oh, did I put a crystal there? I did. Put it there instead. Take this one. Are all four of these? I guess I'll put it here. I don't know if it works on the diagonals or not. But what they do, this one, you give it 3 buckets of water, 2 pieces of glass, and a diamond. And when the buckets are empty, you won't see anything in this slot, but if you put your mouse cursor over it, you'll get a tooltip saying you've got one of these crystals. It's basically as invisible as they are. But you take it out, hit it on the ground, and look, you can see these little white dots. See it right there, and right there, and a smaller one over there? Those are the crystals. They're starting to grow. Now there's only one around this machine right here. It needs its bound gem. Let's get these things powered up. Forgot about that. I think I only need 3. Let me clear whatever was in them before and bang them all on here. Pop it in. And in that one. Alright, so here, it's looking at the crystal that's right next to it, and it's saying it's at size 2%, and it's 1% earth. Now, I think, if I read this right, if you toss in some essence, and I've got some fire essence here, okay, it says there's a 4% chance this will have an effect, and it's going to, oh, yep, look, it went up to 3% on fire. So this is going to skew the balance towards fire. Now, to get this, you have to have already made some crystals. So you're going to make them, and you're not going to have anything in this slot. In fact, you don't even need this block at all. You grow the basic crystal in here, and slap it down next to this thing. What this thing is going to do, once it gets some power... Oh, I need to turn that on. There it goes. What it's going to do is it's going to generate essence from the crystals that are around it, depending on what sort of crystals they are. And I think these are all going to grow up, to be just sort of a mix. Not skewed towards any one element at all, I think. Remember, I don't know, I'm no expert in this mod. I'm playing this as I go. I do not know all the details. But I've been experimenting, so I've got a little bit of information to pass on, I guess. So they're going to start generating essence. And then if you get the essence, it should... Oh, I used it all already. Wow, it went right through it. And it's only 5%, so I guess you're going to need to have a lot of it to really skew the crystals. Let's see here. Crystal. So that's an elemental crystal. They don't really tell you anything here in NEI. But you can see there's white, green, blue, and red. I wonder if... I guess white is air, then. But none of these seem to be growing mostly air, yet they're all white. I don't know. There's some different ones here that are green. Okay, now here are the white ones over here. So this is probably air, earth, water, fire. Green ones may be ender. And then these white ones are just sort of generic. And those are what I'm growing now. Well, once they're fully grown, this thing will start producing more essence. So I guess that is what I'll have to wait for. Anything else in here I need? Okay, I've also got this. I don't know if I need this yet. But let's slap it down. This is a corruption cleaner. I don't know if I need it yet. I don't think I've generated any corruption. But if I toss this down, maybe it'll prevent it from actually happening. It's worth a shot. I don't know. I do know that when these things are running, they do poison me in a way. They give me corruption. So to see that in action, let's pop upstairs and grab some raw materials. Let's get some iron and some mitraline, excuse me. 2 more. Whoops. Alright. And hop back down. So I think the iron in this one will turn it into magical ingot. I should get a crafting table down here too. I'll just take this one. Oh wait, is there something in it? No, okay. Take that down here. So that, with the mitraline around it, gets you these, the mitraline ingots. And it's nice and fast at that stage. Let's load the rest of these in. And I also need some of the fortified plates. There we go. Be nice when I get an AE terminal down here. So take that, drop it in there. No. It's not done in here. It's done in this one. So it'll have to, well, let's go ahead and interrupt it. And instead put that here with that around it. And now you should see my hearts turn purple. At least it was happening before. Maybe this thing is working. I didn't think this... I thought this would stop corruption blocks from appearing. Whereas the... Oh, no, I do have MRU corruption. Okay. Just that my hearts are staying yellow. How's the... Yep, everything's flowing. I think the range for this is 16 blocks. The crystals are growing. And the Enderman is producing far, far more power than I'm using or could even store. So I think the next step is to upgrade my storage containment facility for more power. Let's see, holding block. Oh, I need dark soul matter. Dark soul matter. There we go. Dark soul matter. MRU gems around an ender pearl. And these progressively get larger and they come from nether quartz. Okay, I can do that. Actually, I'm going to make another magician's table. And I'll be right back to start doing that quartz progression. Alright, that is going pretty fast to make these shards. I just made a second one here and bound it to the same port over there. As far as I know, there's no limit as to how many devices can be attached to the port, but we'll find out later on perhaps if there is a limit. So once you've got these, what was the use? Just putting it in the center upgrades it. Okay, so pop it in the center. That's a slower process. That takes a bit more MRU. And then goes to that level. And that's when we go to the Dark Soul Matters. Alright. Basically, so far, everything I've done in this mod used either this table or this one. It's mostly this one. So probably wouldn't be bad to get a third, or maybe even a fourth. Probably need a bunch of those. This thing probably is... Oh, look, it generated some Earth Essence, and it's rarity rare. I don't know what the rarity does. It can be either common, uncommon, or rare. It probably makes a difference at some point, but I don't know what yet. So I'm going to progress a little bit more and bring you back for a final update on where we are. Well, I can definitely hold a lot more MRU now. Mru, mana, whatever. That's almost 460,000. I basically put 4 of those holding blocks in the back there. The green lines just appear. That's part of this mithrilene plating. When it has more mithrilene plating all around it, it stays black. But if it's at an edge, it gets this edge texture. And I stuck them in the back there so they look interesting, I guess. And each one of those adds 100,000, so we've got 400,000 plus the original 60. So definitely need a lot more of those eventually, because it doesn't take long for this to fill up. But if I shut down the production of more Enderman, and there's not really that many there. Oh no, there is a lot there. There's 40 of them there. I'll have to keep an eye on that. Definitely want to make sure that doesn't go out of control. But the spawner should stop when there are a certain number of here. It just because I've got the Horde upgrade, it will allow more than usual for one of these spawners to be in the immediate area. As long as they don't move them too far away, and I'm keeping them well within its range. As long as I don't move them far away, it'll stop producing more when there gets to be a certain number here. I guess that's around 40 maybe. So, things should be draining because I am using the power. Oh yeah, that's almost empty. Or no, it's only halfway down. It's going down slowly. Yeah, this Enderman thing works very well for power. Almost too much. It is a bit noisy, though. Crystals are growing nicely. This is what I really want, I think, is the air essence. I think I need... Yeah, I've switched to just having essence in this chest. I've got common, rare, and exceptional. Ooh, I didn't know there's an exceptional level. And this is rare and common. But I need like 16 air essence in order to go to Hoana. Let's look at the menu book here. Visiting Hoana. It's all about the wind. I basically need to make this thing, the wind tablet. And it has those question marks. That's the wind's name. I think you have to make it and then wait. And eventually those question marks will turn into letters. And that's the wind's name. I'll need a supply of MRU in my inventory. So I need something to store MRU storages. Here we go. Soul Shard stores 500. Ah, the Dark Soul Matter stores 30,000. Okay. But I can upgrade that further to go to this, which holds 1,000,000. Hey, if we're going to do it, let's do it right. Let's take a look over here. I should have... Where'd they go? Thought I had more of those. Got more of these now. Didn't put them here, did I? Nope. Where are they? And what are they called? Crystal gem chunk. I think it's gem that I'm at. No, I use them all? I guess I used them all. I'm sure I didn't use them all. What happened? I made a whole stack of them. Alright, well, I'll make another stack. I went mining in the nether the other day. Actually, it was earlier today. Got lots and lots. Come on, go. Oh. Yeah, the interface in this is a little flaky. If you accidentally hit these progress bars, it gives you recipes. I thought, or maybe not. Oh, no, the top one. Okay, so just don't hit the top one. So I will crank these up to the top level, and we'll make that storage device while this continues to make essence. I made a fiery essence this time. And I need somewhere to charge it up. I'm not sure where you go to charge. Where do they go now? There they are. Put them back in. See, this doesn't have a GUI. Neither does this. Let's see, is there something else for charging things? Ejector, holding block, balancer, redstone controller, acceptor, state checker. I'm not sure. Well, we'll figure out once we make the tool. We'll see what happens. So I'll be back in a bit. Well, this is almost done. I upgraded them all the way up to large MRU chunk. There it is. Matter of eternity. So it's 0 of 1 million MRU. Question is, how do you charge it? Toss it in there? No. Toss it in here? No. Alright, check the book real quick. Ah, here we go. Charging chamber. Need a red soul matter. Oh, I need the middle level. These. 4 of those. I think I'll upgrade 4 more. Ah, I hit the top. As you can see, I'm getting a little bit of damage from this MRU corruption. But I've got these gold cap petals, which clear it. Of course, I'm still getting freshly corrupted while I'm down here. It looks like the corruption goes up while I'm here, and the higher it gets, the more annoying it is for me. But I get far enough away, and it starts to tick down. But I can eat a gold cap, and it's gone. And you get these from the cornies, the corn-shaped mobs in the Gardencia Advent of Ascension age. I think that's what it's called. Alright, let's... these MRU chunks, use them with diamonds. So I need a diamond. And we'll pop it in here. Make that. So it was a charger. There it is. Charging chamber. Looks like I can do the rest of it. I just need this. There it is. Charging chamber. How much of that do I have ready? Almost all of it. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? I need one of these heat pipes, or whatever they're called, and one of these magical displays. That was my last magical water. Oop, now what am I missing? Magic fortified frame. Okay, there we go. Missed, and it changed everything. There it is. Charging chamber. And of course, to get it power, I need to make one more bound stone. Is that actually getting me up here? I don't know. Alright. So we'll put this over here. Bind it up. Toss that in. Toss this in. Oh, look at it go. Probably draining this pretty fast. Yep. And it's empty. Well, this does hold a lot of power. Far more than my entire mega structure over here. Still, I can put more blocks in it to hold more power. Oh, that looks neat. It's almost there. There we go. Fully charged. So, yeah. Am I safe over here? Yeah, this corner's safe. Alright. Check the book again. I wanted the wind. So I basically just need these windy focus, magic fortified tiles I've got. I did get a trapped wind at one point. I remember seeing that. So the windy focus are just iron and gold around that air elemental fuel. And that is just for air essences. How am I? No air essences. I wonder if it's worth investing in more. Probably not. I only have 6, and I need 16. So I can't progress until I get that. I'm going to see how I do with that, and maybe come back for last little bit. Otherwise, we'll have to do the Hoana stage next time. Yeah, I think we'll have to do next time, so I'm going to have to spend some time getting to know the name of the wind. Alright, well, this is a starting look at EssentialCraft. There's a lot more things you can do in the book. You can make a potion spreader that does an area effect on the potion as needed. So you can put in like night vision, and while you're near it, it'll keep giving you night vision till the potion wears out. And it works like 8 times longer than if you just drink it, I think. Monster duplicator. It doesn't actually duplicate monsters, but it will give you the drops from a nearby monster. And I'm thinking that with a jailer's safari net from thermal expansion? Or Tinkers. That's thermal expansion. That'll keep a mob from despawning, and then just have a couple of these nearby it pulling out drops. That might be interesting to experiment with. I'll have to try that. This thing will repair items, but none of my stuff now wears out, really. It'll be interesting to see if it will repower these things. I don't think so, because they're not using metadata. They're using metadata to store the charge down there in the green. It's not using the damage value up at the top, because they're both 1. Well, maybe that is correct. Let's use one and see if that value changes. Stone is still recharging. There we go. Yeah, it's still :1, even though now it's down to 8 out of 10, so it's not using the damage value. Can't use it to repair these, and these are about the only thing I repair, but it's easy enough to do so with an Ender Pearl. It's now back up to 10 out of 10. 10-10, we'll teleport again. Alright, well, I'll be back next time with more of EssentialCraft. Is that all back up? It is back up. Yeah, I'm definitely making far more power than I need. Or MRU, or mana, or whatever you want to call it. So, this is Nonsanity signing out. Take care, be good, and see you next time.